Yeah, I mean, it definitely, it's hard to avoid, uprooting, the idea of uprooting stuff, and you got family involved and stuff like that. But, ultimately, we're still here, and so just kind of keeping my same mindset as I had all year, and, just trying to enjoy every day and just be present where I'm at, and, that's all you can do.
How informed are you of this? Like, are you constantly talking to your agent about it? What are you hearing and stuff like that? Or
Yeah, I've never really been in this situation at the deadline, so like I do talk to my agent, but from what I hear, it's kind of like you don't really get a ton of info until stuff happens and develops, and so just kind of staying focused on what I got to do today, and just kind of waiting these next 24 hours, see what happens. I guess I wasn't really thinking about that out there, I'm just trying to compete and get those outs, and but I understand where we're at, and kind of the rumors that are going around, you definitely hear that. So that could potentially be. Yeah, I think I've learned a lot this year about that, about just the way to take care of my body, the way if I don't throw for a lot of days, I can still stay sharp by not overdoing it with myself, and just the trust and belief that my stuff's going to be there, or I'm throwing a few back-to-backs now, and knowing my body's going to be bounced back, and know what I need to do in the training room and weight room to kind of maintain that. So I feel like I've learned a lot this year.
When you came into the year with that role, was that a little bit like not a question mark, but just kind of like kind of see when you get there?
Yeah, I think it was. I think coming into this year, I'm like, I've never thrown a back-to-back in my career, and so see how that goes, and so far, everything's been going really well, and I'm able to respond, and I think, all the injuries and stuff, I think I've learned a lot about my body throughout the years, so I'm just able to manage that and maintain it. It's energizing to be able to just compete, my biggest, I guess, focus is just getting hitters out, not trying to just stay healthy and get back on the field and kind of battle myself, and so, that's a lot of fun, and that's, I'm grateful that I was able to do that this year.
Steven, how does what you've done this year sort of inform or even shape what you look for as a free agent?
Mm-hmm.
Does it open up a lot of different options as far as where you might look and what you might look for?
Yeah, I think it does. I think ultimately in my mind I still would like to start some games in the big leagues. That's definitely a goal. I feel like I can still do that. I'm happy to do what they need me to do here in those roles, but I think knowing that I can do both now is definitely, something, be able to go back to backs and go multiple innings out of the bullpen, but, learning that this year. But I think, ultimately, starting is really kind of where my heart is at the end of the day.